What is the most unusual Bible verse?
My fave is the very end of Jonah. Jonah is in the desert but found a tiny tree with a gourd to give him shade. After a bit, the gourd shriveled and dies, and Jonah must suffer in the sun again. Jonah cusses out the gourd. Right then God came down to Jonah and chastised him. Good, Jonah, that gourd existed by no labor of your own. The best part comes in the verses 24 and 25, where his servants thought because his door was closed that he was having a poo and thus didn't go check on him. Which he kinda was. I mean, his bowels did empty. The king desireth not any dowry, but 100 foreskins of the Philistines. Yeah, that was messed up, although pretty sure the point of that was to deter David from trying to marry his daughter. I'd say mission accomplished, except David came back with 200 Philistine foreskins. If two men are fighting and the wife of one of them comes to rescue her husband from his assailant, and she reaches out and seizes him by his private parts, 12 you shall cut off her hand. Show her no pity. Genesis chapter 27 verse 11 is my favorite. My brother Esau is a hairy man, but I am a smooth man. It's funny cause this is the reason Jacob ends up slapping on some goatskin to impersonate his bro for tricking his blind father. If a man beats his male or female slave with a rod and the slave dies as a direct result, he must be punished, but he is not to be punished if the slave gets up after a day or two, since the slave is his property. If you find honey, eat just enough, too much of it, and you will vomit. Like sure, it's practical advice, but one Sunday it was the verse of the day for our Sunday school lesson. Given all the verses available in the Bible, it seemed like a strange choice. All things in moderation, it's good advice. He that blesseth his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it shall be counted a curse to him. Loud voices are only blessings after my coffee. Do not wear clothing woven of two kinds of material. Leviticus she lusted after her lovers, whose genitals were like those of donkeys and whose emission was like that of horses. Actual Jew here, and let me tell you this whole thread is a nightmare for me. It's specifically that one cannot wear linen and wool mixed together, which is still observed by some today, as that combination is reserved for the priests. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts, let he who is in poverty drink, and remember his misery no more. This is not sound medical advice. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything.